We came up with the idea of doing a story on how women eat because we were all sitting around having lunch one day and we were all laughing about what we'd chosen to eat. And we realized that a lot of women eat for other women or they eat for other people.
Food is very much the focal point of the holiday season, and yet we find ourselves changing how we eat depending on who's sitting opposite us. When we're with our moms, we eat differently than we do when we're with our friends or with our bosses.
Where I used to work, I worked in like a health department, so everybody always ate healthy food, and I kind of wondered, like, could you be that person that was always eating, like, you know, bacon cheeseburgers?
We're eating these giant New York slices, grease dripping off them, chugging Coca-Colas, and we said, I would never bring this back to the office.
It sort of just blew and sort of snowballed into this bigger idea of that it sort of happens in all different parts of our lives.
I noticed that I eat differently around my mother. I'm always impressing her, trying to get her to realize that I'm eating healthfully. I was a little bit chubby when I was a kid, so that certainly played a role. For other women in the office, the idea of eating to impress your boss arose as a pivotal career move.
There is that idea that, you know, you don't want to be ordering the most unhealthy thing on the menu because it says something about how you're taking care of yourself, and that, again, you know, it's expressing something to your boss.
I had a roommate that, you know, between the two of us, like, we had no problem scarfing down a bag of Doritos, but as soon as she got in front of her, you know, boyfriend at the time, she'd have, like, this tiniest bite of something and be like, I'm so full, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm right here, and I watched what you did before we left the house.
I do think women change their eating habits in front of others, definitely.
I don't see the point of changing your eating habits. Do you want someone to view you as maybe a lighter eater and therefore skinnier? Is that the point of it?
I would change my eating habits in front of people I just met.
I eat what I eat, whether I'm with somebody or not, or with a friend or not. I mean, it's my, you know, routine or my habits. I won't change it for anybody.
I think that maybe when women are going on dates, they tend to change their eating habits. I mean, you're not going to order a bowl of spaghetti while you're going out with a guy, so I think it's a possibility.
Women, for example, don't just order a salad because that's famously hermetic and famously not fun. And men don't like girls that just pick at salads. That's their cliche of the bad date. So women don't just order salads, but they don't go over the top.
You want to show that you can hang with the guys and get, you know, burger and onion rings and a beer and be cool with that and not worried about your body. But on the same side of that, you want to have a nice body and you want to be healthy and take care of yourself.
I have a great friend who never eats in front of her husband, and he likes to say about her in a rather proud way, oh, my wife, she eats like a sparrow. Well, the truth is, if you get inside her car is stuffed full of chocolate wrappers, and so's a handbag.
When you're by yourself, it's no holds barred, you do whatever you want, and you kind of do it in secret.
I think inadvertently you end up judging people by what they choose to eat, but often when you think about it, you realize there's all this freight, all this emotional baggage going on about what people choose to eat. We were very struck by how 2008 was just an astonishing year for women.
2008 was a watershed year for women, and I have a 17-year-old daughter. And I thought to myself, I'm thrilled that she knows that Hillary Clinton ran for president, that Sarah Palin ran for being vice president, and it was a very confident year for women.
It just seemed like there was revelation after revelation, and it felt like a good thing to be looking at our progress this year.
What a great year women had. I mean, we kicked ass in 2008. We really took steps that led to greater achievements for women.
They say that necessity is the mother of invention. That certainly turned out to be true for Tamar Rosenthal and Donna Rubenstein, creators of Dapple baby-friendly dishwashing products.
Well, there's this fabulous woman by the name of Carolyn Kepscher, and she called me one day and she told me about Yahoo's Seeds for Success, and I thought it was a wonderful idea for somebody who's just been killing herself on her idea or on a new business to sort of find this financial windfall, but also it's not just the financial windfall, it's the counseling windfall.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Dapple is a line of green household cleaning products that are tailor-made for households with children.
We filled out the initial application. It took it took a couple of weeks to hear back, and we heard from Yahoo and realized that we were in the running. And then a couple of weeks after that, we got the final word. We got the nod that we were one of the 3 finalists.
Their biggest challenge was getting their product in front of the people who could make a decision to buy it and to display it. And so I remember saying to them that, you know, they just had to bang down on those doors.
And we actually used this message. You know, we took it to practical use. We couldn't get through to someone that we needed to, and we showed up at their door with products in hand, and it worked wonders for us.
When 20 years, when we look back, we'll see 2008 as one of those pivotal years when women actually really started to take hold, where everybody was paying attention to us. Not just women, but men were paying attention.
I think it's very good for women to see women both succeed and sometimes fail when they're out there on the public stage, because it means that the situation is becoming more normal. We really are reaching more equality with men.
Every January, every New Year, we take it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself a little bit. While we're not saying everyone should go and change themselves, I think that it is a good time to sort of tweak those little things to improve yourself, so just you only a little bit better.